Alright, time for a new video. I got this secondhand. It was working fine for about 2 months. And then I used the soap nozzle, ran out of water, and then ever since then, this hose has been cavitating, jumping up and down, and now the pressure sucks. So I checked out the nozzle, the gun, I took it all apart. Took apart the nozzle that I have here, the high pressure nozzle that I bought. This is fine. This is pretty much brand new. But the problem is, in the pump somewhere, I messed something up and I let it run dry on high pressure. So I'm gonna take it apart and try to figure out what's going on, because the signs and symptoms are that thing will slap around, it's cavitating, and the pressure is super low. So I'll have it on full pressure. I put my hand in front of it and it barely even hurts. So I'm gonna take this apart and then go from there, see what I can find. All right, so to open this up, you need a 7/64 Allen wrench. And then for some reason, some of the screws don't come out with that. So you need a T15, so that's star tip screwdriver. And then a 15, just a regular square tip. I don't know what they're called, but it's literally just a little square. And with the combination of these three, I was able to get all the screws out. So you have 4 on this. Once you take these 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, then this handle comes off. Boom. And then there's 4 here for the wheels. 1, 2, 3, 4, all the same size. That comes off, and then now we're left with 2 screws down here. We're gonna take that off, and then this back cover should come off. You should. All right, so once that's off, you just gotta remember there's some safety tape back here. So you either gotta peel it off or just cut it, and then this back cover comes right off. All right, so there's not much to this. Here's the connector for the input. The selector switch is here, and then this is the input for the water, or the output of the water. So I'm curious if there's an issue here. I'm just not sure what's causing the problem. I'm really tempted to connect it all and run it like this so I can see what's happening internally. I've never been on the inside of one of these, so I'm gonna start tearing this down a little bit more. All right, so I literally just picked it up and the whole thing came off. Wasn't expecting that, but it's just laying on there. So this is it. This is the extent of the pressure washer. This looks all murky, so maybe that's the cause of it. I'm gonna dig in a little deeper and see what I can find. Okay, I think I might have found the problem. So on this, all I did was turn this down like this, and it came right off. And I don't know if there's like a little piece of debris in there. See a little black piece of debris. There's this little guy in there, and that is trash. That is debris. So that is not gonna let it seal. So this is rubbery. It's like plastic or something. So I think that's the problem. This was inside of there. So this was sitting inside like this. Not like that, but flat. And then this was underneath it. So most likely, it looks like this is sitting there like this. This is in there like this. And I literally just, this was up like this. I literally just pulled this down like this, and then this bad boy just shot off, and there was debris in there. So that tells me is that this is dirty. This is dirty, and so there wasn't a good seal on there, and so water wasn't going through properly. So I'm gonna try cleaning this out, taking this out. I think there's a filter in there. Here's the filter in there. I'm gonna try taking that out and see. All right, so this piece looks broken. This little white plastic piece, there's a piece missing here. It looks like this should all be flush. And then this guy right here, look at about to break off. So most likely what's happening is there's not a good seal across this surface. So all these parts are sitting in, this is sitting inside, this is sitting inside, but it's not mating properly. I'm gonna try to pull this out with some nose pliers and see if maybe that part can be replaced, but looks like this is broken, and so we don't have a good mating surface. All right, got some nose pliers, and sure enough, it's broken. There's a little gap there, but this is just cracked off, and then this piece is just missing it altogether. And this looks a little dirty, and in there it's a little dirty. So I'm gonna try to just clean it. Put this back on there and hope for the best, and see if getting this little bit of debris out of there, is gonna fix it. I'm gonna try it out real quick and then go from there, because at this point I don't want to break this down any further without cleaning this up. Alrighty. Alright, I cleaned this orifice out with some Q-tips. Clean this piece out, so now it's gonna make good contact. And I don't know if this broken piece is gonna affect how well this functions. I'm assuming it will, but I'm gonna try it anyway. And basically the way it works is this little guy goes in there, and maybe this is missing. Oh, you know what? Maybe this is missing an O-ring. Maybe that's what that was, because this looks like it could use an O-ring on there. And basically it looks like it just goes in here and it's spring loaded, and it just, so you just pushes down and seals it. So I wonder if maybe this is missing an O-ring, and maybe that's what this is. This is the pieces of the O-ring. I think that might be it, because let me see, that piece, let me see. Okay, so I took the spring out just so I can see how it functions a little better, and looks like this little tab right here has a seal, right? So when this goes inside, that O-ring seals it from inside, and I think that there should be an O-ring on this, on this right here, so that it seals it on the outside too. Maybe that's why I'm cavitating, because it's letting air through. So I got some O-rings. I'm gonna try and find one that fits. All right, I got this kit. I'm gonna use a 4x1mm. As you can see, it fits on there pretty good. I think that might be the problem. I'm gonna try it out and put it all back together and see how it works. Oh, and by the way, look, when I compare the size of this debris in there to the thickness of the O-ring, matches up. Most likely that's exact. I'm pretty positive that's what that was. That is the O-ring that was on here. It just blew off, and that's why it's cavitating. So I'm almost positive that's gonna fix it. All right, so bad news, that didn't fix it. If anything, it just made it worse. Check it out. Now it hunts. And when I activate it, the pressure's still the same. It's still super low pressure, so that part is broken, it needs to get replaced. I don't even know if it's worth it. So now the question is, should I just get a new one or fix it? The part's like 30 bucks. I'm gonna tear it all apart again and get the part number off it, and then see if I should just buy a new one. Alright, so it turned out that this part is broken, and it's no good this way. See this broken? There should be a plastic piece on top like there is here. And even this side's broken because it's chipped. You can see it broke off on this end, and this is broken off completely. So I had to find a new part. Now, the only place I was able to find this part was actually for the replacement part for this was on a separate fitting. I got it at the repair clinic, I believe it's called. This is the part number. This is not the same part. This is not the same part for this pressure washer, but this guy is. So I'm gonna pull it out and compare it. All right, let's check it out. That is an exact replacement. It's perfect. So like I said, this is not the replacement part. This is the outlet fitting, or inlet fitting, excuse me, inlet fitting. This is for a different pressure washer, same brand. However, this little chingadera right here is the exact same one. So I'm gonna stick this into mine, put it all back together, and see if that is the fix. And just so you know that I'm not lying, this is the inlet tube. This is the inlet tube on the K2. This is the inlet tube that I ordered. Clearly not the same, but for whatever reason, this part is the same. So this is the right one, this is the wrong one. And now this is gonna go in here. All right, so all you do is slide this in, push on it nice and easy until you can feel it seat in there. Sits in there, and then you just put this bad boy on, and you need both hands. And I think that's the position of it. So I'm gonna put it all back together and we'll go from there. I think that might be backwards. I think that has a face that way. We'll see right now. Okay, so it does face out like this. So all you gotta do is lay it down in there. So that the switch is sitting on there flush, so you can turn it on and off. Sit this down so it's flush. Get this pointing this way because this cover is gonna go on. And then we gotta connect this little hose, this end of this hose right there. All right, so first I'm gonna run it off so I can see if I can get the air out. That's good, it shuts on and off. I wasn't doing that before. See, that's air in there. So keep running it. So I turned it on, and now I'm going to run it without the nozzle real quick. All right, let's see. All right, here we go. No pressure. It's working good so far. All right, now let me turn the pressure on. Call me crazy, but I can feel more pressure in the line. Let's see. I just cranked it up. Let's see. So my line is not smacking around like it was before. It looks a lot better. Before it was like cavitating. True test is I want to feel it, but let me see how it does on this. I got some pee right here from the stinking dog. Let's see if it shoots this away. Let's see if it gets it. Pressure seems good. Now I'm gonna put my hand on it. I want to feel it. Well, the cavitation's gone and it seems like it's working pretty good. It hurts when I put my hand on there, so I think my pressure is back. It looks like my pressure's back, and I'll show you the hose real quick. Okay, so before the hose was smacking around, and now it just seems real steady. So the pressure's back, and I think it's working good. I mean, obviously, it's not industrial, so it's not like scraping the dang paint off everything, but it's working good enough. That's pretty pretty much it. Looks like that was the fix. Hope that helps. Hope it helps.